frustrated teachers, frustrated parents, I'm going to talk to you. You're going to have to cut out the middleman. All of these middlemen that are making, education horrible, you're going to have to cut these people out, and you're going to have to just come together and work it out yourself. And so my suggestion would be for teachers, someone to take up the mantle and say, okay, I'm going to leave the public sector altogether. I'm no longer going to deal with that. I'm no longer going to even deal with really the private sector or the corporate sector. We're done with that too. We're just going to open up a school and we're going to focus on the hard sciences. We're going to focus on actual learning and actual critical thinking. That's what we're going to focus on here. And that's, you can still teach religions. You can still teach all this stuff. You can still teach literature. You can still do all of that. But we're going to take all the propaganda on both sides completely out of this altogether. We're just going to we're going to focus on the real world. I think a lot of parents, it would be a breath of fresh air where they could say, oh my gosh, my kid is at least learning reality, not some fantasyland nonsense that violates the laws of physics, not we're all going to live on Mars in 5 years. All this stuff. Come on, dude. No. I mean, this is where you actually focus on this kind of stuff. So you set something like that up, and then you just start building little by little. And as you get more money, you start expanding, and then you pick up some property, drill a well. I would say I would always put your school in a well, and I would do that because then the government, screw those government people. There's no more government people as much as possible. And by the way, for those of you wondering, but if I show up and if I do a school and there's no accepted curriculum, there's none of that, then I'm going to get in all kinds of trouble. This is why you have a Second Amendment. This is why you have to tell the parents, hey, parents, you don't get to have a passive role in your kid's education. You're going to have an active role, meaning that you're going to have to be at the ready. You have a Second Amendment for a reason, and you have to tell the parents, hey, listen, if the pigs show up here, we're turning them into fucking sausage. This is the way of things. You're going to have to get an attitude about this. Not only that, just keep this in mind. If you have pigs show up and you turn them into fucking sausage, you will have active cadavers. You'll be able to show kids that there's 10 pints of blood in every body. You'll be able to explain biology. There's so much you can do when you have that kind of thing. Kids need to learn this kind of stuff anyway. So this would be something that you could also focus on. You think I'm joking. Oh, if only I were joking. No, you can show people how the heart works and so forth. You'd be able to actually do that in real time, because that's who these fucking pigs are. Fuck the pigs, fuck the government, fuck all these people that have ruined everything. Fuck all these corporate oligarchs too while you're about it, that have done all this shit. They're the ones responsible for all this shit. Average people have always been plagued by these same motherfuckers. It's the same fucking people every single fucking time. Every fucking time. So go around these people and have an honest school. So do something like that, and then just protect it. And then lo and behold, what'll happen is that a lot of you will start to get to know each other, and you'll also find out that you have a lot more in common than you probably think. I say this as someone who has really nothing in common with anybody, but you might find out that you have something in common with them, at least a few things anyway. And then maybe you could possibly start learning to build houses again and cut out all those middlemen, all those bankers. Same fucking people, man. Cut out all the fucking bankers. Cut out all of this bullshit. All this stuff where you're trying to hyper monetize every aspect of life. Let that go. Then you can actually have a real community. You get Bedford Falls. You don't get Pottersville.